Hello and welcome to your 5 bowl spinner commentary. This is going to be my favorite commentary, and this is my favorite thing to play. This is, if you are not interested in getting 5 bowls or a 5 bowl spinner, at this point I'd probably just not watch this video because it's no use just getting teased. This thing is really, really special. There are very few things I get this excited about. When it comes to most instruments like the gong, or even like my didgeridoo or my shruti boxes back there, or my flutes or my handpan, right now the handpan probably still more fun than this. But when we're talking about the bowls or an instrument that is so meditative, goodness, I cannot think of a more fun or a more enjoyable instrument to play just because of the way the sounds, they just blend together. This microphone that records this does this no justice. It actually sounds basically almost awful, or almost, I would say, not any better than a double bowl. So it's not going to be painting the correct picture here, but you'll definitely be able to see the versatility and hopefully the joy in my face as I'm playing it. And the way that this thing can be played so effortlessly and have so much happening. Okay, so usually start with, you can put whatever configuration you would like onto here. So essentially it's up to you, but I put the biggest bowl on the top. Probably makes the most sense. So I started by spinning up here. I do that sometimes, but because of the position of where the 5 bowl spinner is, it's all the way up to like my third eye right there. Okay, this is not the ideal position. It's not the position I normally play it from. Normally I'll be sitting on the ground and have it placed on top of something. So I had to correct myself. Usually that's the place that I'm going to spin it from. But if the bowl is, that's usually if the bowl's lower than that. If the bowl is this high, you have more access. Depends where the bowls are here, right? But I have more access to just push it around from the Lazy Susan. And now you can hear me playing this one from the side after spinning it a couple times. And when you see me hit them, I always let the bowls breathe. I'm not just hitting it ding, 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 ding. Hear that one go. And I'm spinning it this way and then back. It creates a very nice effect in person. Basically doesn't sound like anything on the microphone. Once again, very similar move, just spinning it around. Now the dominant tone that's going to be closer to this person that's in front is going to be right here. Then while that bowl's already still going, get this one going. Whenever you're doing this, the double effect of each bowl, the vibrations are bouncing off of each other, and as soon as you spin it, the vibrations are just being teleported across the room. Not sure if you can hear the combination of all of these bowls together as well. Has a very, very sweet sound, but also a very serious sound. It sounds like you're really going into this like powerful portal of healing. So if this combination interests you, we can make the exact same thing. And you can hear each time that I'm hitting the bowl, giving it space, sometimes giving it a multiple hit at the same time. So if I'm doing 2 bowls hit back to back, I normally wait quite a bit especially if the arc of that sound, if you're to look at it like a sound wave, if that arc is very high and very bright, you just spin it. Just spin it over and over and over again and just let the bowl do its thing before you bring the mallet back for the next one. So if you do pay attention to the cadences in which you play in, it is going to greatly benefit your session. It's going to make you sound better and make you sound more professional. All that is sticking to a relative beat. So if you're going hit, 1, 2, 3, hit, then nothing. Then hit, 1, 2, 3, hit, 1, 2, 3, hit. You know, you just kind of follow along to a beat. Anything, as long as you're paying some attention to the cadence in which you are playing in, will add an aesthetic beauty to your playing, and people will compliment you and they'll think you're the absolute best. And the other thing that I always say is less is more. So if you think you're playing the bowl and tapping it and hitting it too much, you for sure are. You can definitely never hit it too little unless the bowls aren't singing at all, in which case, you know, you can do that, but you're better off to just have them singing and make sure that arc is building, but it's always fading down, because it's on that fade down that that real relaxation happens, right? We're not trying to stir the mind up and keep it stirred up. We're trying to stir the mind up a little bit and then bring it back down to silence. Stir the mind up a little bit, bring it back down to silence. And we're guiding it back down to silence, not from stirring it up with a crazy rock song, just by stirring it up with the lightest tones. So hopefully that makes sense. So while I have a cadence a little bit with the way that I'm dinging it, in this next portion that I just did, I wasn't really holding a cadence because I was more so just giving the bowls a ding and really letting them ring out, and then focusing a little bit more on how I'm spinning the Lazy Susan itself. The reason why I'm going just back and forth, if you can kind of pay attention, it's almost like doing this thing which is a little bit chaotic, just going like spinning around, and then you can hear, hopefully, when you're listening to the other recording, that there's this so I'm following a cadence with that instead of the cadence with the actual hit of the note. So I'm really paying attention to how those frequencies are popping out and what they're doing within the room itself. Might not be able to hear, but hopefully if you go back to the other video, you can hear it at least a little bit. It is a really cool thing to be in control of just by spinning this around. So one thing that you can do is you can spin this around over and over and over again, but having the control of just being able to go this way and then back and then spinning it a little bit further this way and then back, it does create a little bit of a better sound. But if you do just spin it all together and just go around, around, around again, you'll be getting a sound that goes whoop, 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 which is also a very nice and trippy sound. And hopefully you can hear it at least a little bit on the recording. We're coming into the tail end here. So that hit that you hear me do often, just ding, 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 ding. It's not one you want to overdo, but if you do it just enough, it can really kind of just get the mind jarred a little bit before it calms even deeper. That's at least my intention with it. It may be something that you like or you don't like, but I'm always playing that around with a cadence that I'm following, which would be, hit, hit, tap, 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 hit, let them ring for a while, and then kind of bring it in again. And this kind of thing, I'm not focusing my mind on, just allowing my intuition. And if you really surrender to this experience, my experience at least is the bowls will kind of tell you which one wants to be played when. It might sound weird, but you'll just know and you'll just hit them and the bowls will just be playing themselves. And it's a really cool process, especially in this spinner, because you can really, just wafting them around basically and making these really nice sounds. And I feel like with this setup, you're kind of giving yourself a sound bath as well. More so than the double, more so even than the triple, definitely more so than the ones that you have to always lean into. Like I'm having to lean over here and play this bowl, lean over here. This one, they're just all in front of you and you're just with the smallest finger movement of sliding it, you're just able to get the whole thing, doing some very miraculous things. So I hope you are inspired by this one, as I know this was a long commentary, but as you can tell, I'm really excited. I will see you in the next video.